But that's right, because the EXL, they always want to say accelerate, build your technology, and that will improve the lives of everybody, right?
But they
That's
have
in
a
the
point.
doomers.
You can't. Sorry, I just want to say you say accelerate, but it's like if we're in a race, if we're in a what is it
Get the
called?
Moloch effect as well.
Yeah, if we're Moloch, if we're in a race to the bottom, we don't have brakes because if you stop, you're just giving the advantage to the other person. So you might. It's like the nuclear arms race. You know, if you don't get there first, and you say we should slow down, blah 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 blah.
The thing is, like with nuclear arms race, there was a mutually assured destruction optimum that was reached, and the sad part is that we didn't actually get nuclear power out of that.
Yeah.
We got all the massive arsenals of weapons that are ready to destroy each other, but we didn't like leverage the upside where we could be running these data centers with nuclear powers.
No, because the nuclear reactor designs were based on the type of uranium that can be weaponized.
Yeah,
there's the other type of nuclear reactors.
No,
you can actually
public publicity thing, though, right? People don't care. They're like nuclear,
and
that's game over.
Yeah, and I know what you're talking about, the fast breeder, but the fast
thorium reactor, they don't care.
Thorium fast breeder, yeah. So
they don't care.
You could use more of the uranium, but then obviously you get weapons grade, and then that just stuffs it up for everyone. So we're stuck with these crappy reactors that only use 2% of the fuel, and then we store radioactive waste, which still has 98% of the fuel in resin tubs in a pool. Wow, that's smart.
Yeah, well, that's why we need AI.
My point was that the doom is stuffed up the nuclear power side too. If they actually communicated it better. Right? Even though I remember Oppenheimer, he was like trying to get nuclear power going. He was actually trying to push for more nuclear power plants. But because of how much they've advocated against nuclear weapons in the first place, it sort of like created this whole
But
remember, a lot of those nuclear power stations all had those accidents, not because not in all cases, but in most cases, not because the nuclear power station was dangerous. It's because in each case, the nuclear power station had problems which cost money to fix, and people didn't want to fix it because it cost money. So they extended the maintenance longer, to the point where it failed catastrophically.
So they had an alignment issue with their maintenance, potentially. You could look at it like that. They wanted different things. Whereas if they were both aligned, they'd both want to fix the problem.
Yeah, but society doesn't. It's like society's more into like the Hollywood movie, narrative we were talking about earlier, right? They care about some sort of doomsday sort of culmination at the end, where there's like a crescendo, something really bad happens, and that's all they remember. But they don't care about the little things that happen to them every day, like breathing in coal, like pollution that kills them a lot more people than
like
nuclear.
70,000 in China or something like that.
Right, so society just doesn't respond in the same way as it's almost like a total cost of ownership or total damage to your health or total deaths. Right?
No, because it's unseen and it kills you slowly.
Yeah, it's not newsworthy. Right? It's like that's how we respond.
Well, you can also fake it as natural causes, right?
So the cost of not accelerating, right, not leveraging AI for the upside of extending our health spans, right, increasing the GDPs and actual production of goods and services to create abundance, all that upside, and mitigating all the deaths as a result of poverty and also people that are suffering.
Well, that would be interesting. Back if we could we ask the question, if we had EAC and Doomers back during the nuclear arms race, who would have had the better result?
Well, I think the nuclear thing was always going to accelerate. It already did accelerate during the Cold War. So pretty much every major country got their own arsenal. So on that side,
Really?
it happened anyway. All right, so Russia and US, pretty much they all like kept on growing their stockpiles anyway, and then so that accelerated no matter what. But the doom is one on the usage of nuclear power. So they actually didn't
non-proliferation. Yes.
Yeah, they actually didn't get the upside of the.
But they did stop in one thing. They stopped atmospherics, and there was only one rocket with a nuclear reactor that got launched, and then I think something happened to it, and it really stuffed up the atmosphere, and so they stopped that. It was a total ban, and every country agreed to it. So it looks like, it looks like there are, like, I don't know what you call it, not existential, but very dangerous level issues that kind of will put the brakes for everyone.
Yeah, and they learned the hard way as well, right? It's like, well, the first time it got dropped, it was also when they learned the hard way too. And then I was like, okay, yeah.
And then there's Chernobyl as well, and 3 Mile Island.
Yeah. See, society learns the hard way, but they over adjust as well, right?
Yeah, now it's just nuclear. Anything is like.
So I reckon, Brendan, someone will die as a result of AI. Like it's just bound to happen. Like I think first FSD, it's even if it's been
probably
approved as level 4, level 5.
Oh no, just people being killed because of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you remember that? Yeah, the Waymo that ran over. Oh no, it was the cruise. The cruise that ran over the guy that was already knocked over by a human driver, but then the cruise basically had to automatically pull over, and it didn't detect the human on the ground, so it ran over the human's leg. So that case pretty much was game over for cruise.
So wow, they were doing okay. They were doing okay.
Yeah. They stuck around for a few more. I mean, they were still losing so much money.
Except for the Wi-Fi issue,
but they were losing money on a per mile basis. So Waymo was like the only survivor out of that.